Oh, hey guys, how you doing? It's Don from Property Providers. I hope you're all well. Okay, this is something I've wanted to do for a long time and finally got around to doing it, which is cool. I want to talk about property management for a moment, and just about the bigger picture. Okay, there's a lot of pedestrian franchises out there that do a really good job when it comes to like managing thousands of properties with offshore VAs, their models are designed for high volume and low margin or low commission. But they provide, the property management function on an unfurnished rental that, you put it on real estate or domain and put a sign on the lawn, and it's unfurnished, and you get it cleaned, and you rent it and you collect rent, and you manage the tenant, you manage that tenant. That's property. This is one element. Here at Property Providers, we take more of a holistic approach. And I guess my philosophy is that property management, proper professional property management, should really incorporate four different pillars, right? The first one is tenancy management. Now, that's called the je ne sais quoi of managing the idiosyncrasies of the personality of all the personalities involved. It's the relationship building within the legal framework. It is knowing, not leaning on the legislation all the time, but actually just knowing what is reasonable and fair, and in some cases managing egos and emotion, right? So that's tenancy management, managing the tenancy, the entire thing, which includes the relationship and the personalities and the legal and all that. The second component that we've really brought into our business is moving away from respond, rewind, repeat, and into more of an account management model. Now, are we there yet? This is a work in progress. We're not totally there yet, but we're working hard on it. And to me, that what this is about proactive initiatives that go through the portfolio that manage the property and the personality as you would an account in any kind of service, any good service-based business. So this is working on the asset and on the relationship versus in it. So this is not rewind, respond, rewind, repeat. This is all about, regular and relevant contact into either the tenant, or mostly this revolves around the owner, regarding managing that relationship and the asset in concert together. So, for instance, we have a program called PPMP, which is our proactive property management program, which is part of our account management program, which would be us coming to the owner and saying, okay, let's look at a preventative maintenance schedule, for example, or let's leverage volume-based deals on repairs and maintenance and what have you on a property so an owner can harness that. So a good example is we recently got 50 gutters cleaned across the entire portfolio. Every owner saved a couple $100. The trade loved it because they could schedule in the jobs. And guess what? When the heavens opened up and the floods happened and the rain happened, we didn't have any flooding, which meant no insurance claims, which meant nobody canceling or terminating their lease, et cetera, et cetera. So account management, you want to think about this as even like a SaaS business or an FFCG infield sales rep kind of role, where they would go out and regularly work with that client to elevate the entire experience, both for the owner, the agency, and the tenant. Property management is all the usual suspects, and I think that there has been a race in the industry has done itself a disservice because it's been cut and paste, or cut and copy rather. Cut your commission and copy your competitors. And a lot of people don't realize what actually goes into the entirety of property management. So this is, marketing the property, and, doing the inspections, open for inspections, getting the applications, reviewing the applications and their financial and their character suitability, getting them moved in, repairs and maintenance, arrears management, financial trust accounting management, disbursement to the owners. This is the core of what, the basics really of what property management is. And then the fourth pillar which is something that we're doing more and more often, is project management. So these are major initiatives that we're working with owners, our investor partners on to elevate the property. So it might be, they usually involve a few different people, a few different trades, and sizable transactions of, $5, $10, $15, $20,000. So, coordinating trades, we've renovated bathrooms, we've repainted houses. I'm working on one right now where we're recarpeting a whole property, so we have to move out all the furniture and then move it all in, and it's complex project management. And I do want to premise that project management is different than property management. It is out of scope of regular property management. However, that is also different than account management, tenancy management, and project management. So 4 core pillars. So if you're looking at an agency, and you really should be thinking about the entirety of the service that they provide, or try to provide. And this is our philosophy at property providers, which is, we need to work in it for sure. We need to work in the property management component, but we also need to work on it. And on it is this account management, tenancy management, project management piece. So, this is something that I've been kind of working towards with my team for a while, and I haven't put it on paper, and so I thought that what I would do is, declare it. I think we just do it by default. So I thought I'd put it down, and just share kind of our general philosophy. Let us know, comment, call me, if you're interested in learning a little bit more. Thanks so much, and really appreciate your time.